What's up, y'all? I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the We Want More podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
We got Pepsi. He's chewing on his blanket to the left of me. We on episode 72. You know what's funny? Somebody left a review, right? They said, because this is kind of we early in, so we still get new listeners. And somebody was like, "Yo, I'm so like obsessed with the podcast. I'm loving it." And they were like, "I didn't know that Pepsi was." We were referring to a dog. They do it like we just had a strange friend.
You know what? We don't really call him a dog anymore, do we?
And also, I know because he is just part of the cast, but then also with being behind with the YouTube, so people are just thinking like we're saying like we just got a random nigga laying in between us and just hop in.
Just got a producer.
Our producer.
We gotta go take our producer for a walk. Yeah. Well, for anybody that didn't know and that was scared to ask, Pepsi is a dog. The dog thinks he's a person though.
Yeah. I mean that's what the doodles, like that whole the poodle breed, they definitely, especially like right now, he needs a haircut so he looks like an old man.
Yeah. Definitely like the vibe of a retired sports coach of some kind.
Yeah, we on episode 72. Please be sure to subscribe on whatever platform you listen to this on, whether that be on Apple or Spotify. If you got some words for us, leave a review. Stop right now, man. Scroll down, give us 5 stars, man. That'll definitely be appreciated. Don't act like you want to do it. Come on, really do the shit, man.
And we have noticed that since we started with, well, mainly you, I'll give you credit for that. But since you started with the death threats, there have been more people reviewing it, and it's been positive. Yeah. So
like I don't want to have to threaten y'all, but if I got to, I will.
It works.
Have y'all niggas in a cave with a sheet over your head.
I don't want to hook up a car battery to your nipples, but I will.
But other than that, let me see any show announcements. Well, I'll be in Baltimore March 22nd.
That's a Monday.
No, that's March 22nd. That's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
Yeah.
That's exactly this. That's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, this upcoming Saturday, I'll be in Baltimore. The description, well, the link to that info will be in the description of this episode, and also the link in my bio. But other than that, how you been?
I'm fucking hungover. Oh, I'm mostly good.
What you were drinking?
All of it.
Like beers?
Just whatever was in front of me.
Okay. No, only reason I asked is because, depending on what you were drinking, I know what kind of crowd you was with.
Well, there was no cognac involved.
Yeah. I was about to say, was you drinking something dark? Was it a Henny night, or was it White Claws?
Definitely a tequila night.
Oh, tequila? Okay. Yeah. For me, I'm doing all right. I'm struggling right now. So for Lent, I'm giving up candy and soda, and this shit is beating my ass, man.
Do you normally do Lent, or do you observe, practice?
I got talked into doing it with somebody that's giving up something. Yeah,
this is mad ominous, nigga. Did your parole officer make you do what?
If that's what you
trying to not incriminate yourself.
If that's what you want to call her, but yeah, she giving up bread, so I told her I'll give up something with her.
Bread.
Yeah, bread and coffee.
All I've eaten for the past 24 hours is bread.
Yeah, so
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm giving up candy, soda.
That's why I got a doughy core.
And bro, that's really what it is when it comes to the working out.
Yeah, doing them fucking sit-ups and eat bread is canceling out. It's not working.
Mm-hmm. The biggest part of the workout is your diet.
Well, I often am too lazy to prepare meals, and I also don't like spending a lot of money on food. Yeah. So it just sometimes I'm in there, and sometimes I just fucking get whatever.
But that's why crackheads so in shape.
What? Because they don't eat.
Yeah, I mean they're not eating bread. They on the move. They working out. They getting a lot of cardio in, just like running the pawn shop, stealing shit, looking for coins. And,
cardio is a big part of it for sure.
And then they not eating, the carbs.
And they get the little cigarette butts off the ground, so they whole lifestyle is just appetite suppressant.
Yeah,
cocaine, cigarettes,
and running. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm giving that up. I'm giving that up for Lent. I don't know. I'm gonna try to. One of these years. I'm gonna try Ramadan. I'm gonna try to get a fast on. I'm gonna try to do that. But for now, I'll just stick to yelling at my girl for showing her ankles.
Yeah. I better not see no motherfucking wrist this month. If I see one fucking collarbone, I'm shit up. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I don't think you're allowed to say that no more in this country. We took a week off. What was you up to?
Oh yeah, no,
that whole time.
Oh yeah, so we definitely did took a week off. I kind of just wanted to reset. I wanted to get a big part. I wanted to get the YouTube together because we appreciate the listeners supporting us throughout this, but I think what I kind of got to do, I think because I've been performing so much, like last weekend was just like it was just a real busy week of shows, auditions, everything lined up. So I didn't want to kind of half-ass it with this. So I think on Sundays and Mondays, I'm going to just have to take off just so I can, because I do really want to get to dropping this consistently, like dropping the video consistently with the audio. So I just really need to lock in with that. What else I've been doing? I already been consistent with the working out, but I've been pushing myself a lot more. Like as far as the miles, like so now I'm trying to consistently run 2 to 3 a day.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but I did have to take a break. I want to say this weekend I did take a break with the running just because my ankles was kind of fucked up, man.
What, like from overexertion?
Yeah, just from running, walking our producer, and. Yeah, my ankles was on fire, so I need to definitely do some exercises to like strengthen my mobility. Niggas is getting old, man.
Yeah, I've got a whole entire like fucking textbook of ankle stretches and exercises if you need them. I've been dealing with fucking ankle problems for 15 fucking years, so.
Yeah, and it's tough like when you're dealing with these problems, but you don't got insurance no more. Nigga,
insurance. Oh, that was such a. You just walk in the fucking hospital. Give me whatever the fuck you got.
Right. Bro, you go to urgent care. Urgent care, these niggas be treating you like they just learning medicine. Going to urgent care made me realize like I need to get my shit together. I don't need to be talking to these people.
No. Urgent care is like
urgent care or a clinic. You been tested lately?
For what?
Just any.
Don't put me on the spot. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to do a PSA, like, hey, everybody get tested, when you have multiple sexual partners and blah, 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 blah. But don't put me in that shit.
No, I remember I got tested. And this lady, what she say to me? I went in there just for like, just to get a checkup. And the lady was like, what you want to get tested for? And I was like, what you mean? She was like, no, something got to be wrong. And
at urgent care?
Yeah. She was like, something got to be wrong. That's the only reason you're here. And that's what let me know, like, yeah, you dealing with like a bad class of niggas.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't like the people that the people that's coming to see her aren't coming there for safety. They're only coming there with something that's wrong.
Yeah,
so
like
she looking at me like, nigga, what you been through?
Yeah, something's burning or some sort of fluid is coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no fucking I've been scared plenty of times. But there's never been a point where I'm like, I got exactly this, and I need to get tested for that exactly. And you might have 3 things. You're supposed to give me all of the tests.
Right.
What do they test you for? Gonorrhea, chlamydia. Mm-hmm. What else do they test you for? Like, what's the basic package?
I don't know. I just take an elderberry.
Just flush your system out.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever
some ocean spray and cranberry juice, and then get back on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. STDs. They're not even. It's spiritual transmission more than. You know what I mean? So the diseases that you picking up, if you don't believe in them, they don't exist.
My God is bigger than anything on this earth.
Yeah. Prayer can solve anything.
I guess, a few things I kind of, it was some things I did want to revisit since we talked about last time. One of the things, Gene Hackman.
Oh, yeah, what happened with him? The news cycle is just like, this is fucked up, that's fucked up. So I didn't keep up with that.
So, we briefly spoke about Gene Hackman last time, but more details have come out, right? So actually, and it's really sad when you think about how his last week must have been, because his wife was also his caretaker. I believe his wife was maybe like 20, almost 30 years younger than him, but she passed.
Damn.
But I mean,
because that's still she still is like fucking 65 at that point.
yeah. I
Damn.
mean, but that's Hollywood, you know, and Hollywood.
Being that old and still having to take care of somebody else, that's old. That's a lot.
Yeah. No, but I was saying, like, as far as like the actors, that's what they do. You get rich and you get somebody that you just grow the person you want.
Yeah. You basically just like, it's a draft pick.
Yeah. But so Gene Hackman, his wife was his caretaker, and she actually passed away about a week before him to like some type of like virus. And then he had Alzheimer's. So for that last week, he probably was just like in a state of not being able like to take care of himself. Probably was like, you know, just not knowing what was going on exactly. Yeah. And it just that shit, like, seeing all of those details come out, because it's like, to live that long, to go out that way, really didn't have the best relationship with his children. So I guess that's why it took a little while for him to be found.
Yeah. God damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot. This is a comedy podcast. Everybody, just to remind you, something's coming.
I'm sorry.
Something's gonna come to light in the mood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't keep up with that. Yeah, I mean, fucking 60s. That's like a time when you might start showing signs of like onset dementia and shit.
Yeah.
You know, so you fucking around going to all these goddamn appointments, and you got to be a caretaker. That is a fucking lot. I think that's a bit rude though. Like, so if I'm like 60,
yeah,
and I'm like, all right, I am gonna put a down payment on a new girl. So, you know, when she's born,
yeah,
let her know in 30 years, come see me. Mm-hmm. Now, you putting this girl through hell, sucking her dick with liver spots on it and shit, and then she gotta be a caretaker. You gotta separate them, the jobs, man. Ain't no fucking way she gotta fuck for inheritance and clean up. I'm not doing that to one person. I'll do that to two. Yeah. I'll get separate people. Mm-hmm. But if I got the money, it's no way my trophy wife gonna be changing diapers. Yeah. But that's just me. And that's wishful thinking. That one day I can't afford a girl that don't exist right now.
Also, too, like, you know, from the last time we talked, we were talking about Anthony Edwards. He didn't want to be the face of the NBA, mm-hmm. right? And, you know, it's been some things going on, like, in his personal life. And one of those things is that, so he already has one child, but, you know, he ended up having another one with, I believe this woman is actually also little baby's baby mother too. But so now he has a child with her, and Anthony Edwards has decided to file a motion to give up custody and visitation rights to this 4-month-old baby.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, if he make sure he don't pay child support, then we got another NBA star coming on the way. So fingers crossed that he's don't take care of this little nigga at all. Because then, I mean, he don't want to be the face of the NBA. His son can. Everybody can't be LeBron and build up a nigga to a champion. Sometimes you got to neglect them into it. You got to give You got to give a little baby a little child. See, I got mixed up. You got to give a child something to run away from when they're a baby.
Bro, you just changed my whole stance on how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Maybe he's actually looking out for this child. Like, sometimes the short-term investment might be being in his life, but the long-term goal might be, you know, leave and then come back when he prospers.
Exactly. And this is I think this is the unwritten rule in sports. You know, this is the I guess you call it the he's got game effect. Yeah. You know, maybe you mom down and she dies from a head wound, then he makes it to the league.
But
don't gotta go down that exact way. Yeah. But I mean, like, it will work
Yeah.
If I know anything from Spike Lee, it's Happy Women's Month.
Seeing him file this motion, it made me think of like, you know, I could understand why somebody wouldn't want to be the face of the NBA. It's like, I can't be the face of the NBA, and y'all know I don't want to take care of my kids.
That's weird though. Why would you give up? Just like I don't want to see it. That don't. And honestly, like, in all earnest, that just doesn't really sit right with me. Just because I don't understand what the motivation is. Like, this is a brand new fucking kid, and you're just like, fuck it.
I didn't like. She was catching a lot of backlash for this.
It was probably her fault.
I mean, she is older, but it's like, even if it was, you know, her fault, I mean, to people are blaming her, where it's like, you got to deal with the result. And it is unfair to that child. It's unfair to that baby.
Yeah, and we can argue back and forth all we want about whose fault it is, but it's also how it's bad. But it affects the kid at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, fuck what the parents got going on. Mm-hmm. We got to make sure we're not fucking creating more black babies with fucking trauma and hopelessness and shit.
I know. I mean? You see Dr. Umar?
Yeah, that nigga.
Bro, that shit fucked me up. But I guess that is the story of the internet. A nigga preaching about something that he's actually doing.
Yeah, so if you fucking got rid of your goddamn Indian girlfriend because of that nigga, go get her back.
Yeah.
Because he said no ice, no spice. Yeah. What is that shit he said?
He said
no snow bunnies.
Yeah, no snow bunnies. No. He came at us for spending money on grits.
Yeah, go get your grits. Go get your white girl. That nigga's full of shit. Yeah, return them kente cloth. Return the kente cloths.
Yeah, but you know,
take them Juneteenth shirts back to Target.
Yeah, that whole Anthony Edwards situation is messed up though, man. And just because I just don't like how people blame. I don't like how people blame single mothers when like people blame single mothers like they not the ones that stayed. Yeah,
and sure they could do a better job sometimes, but it's on us. And I'm genuinely invested in this kind of. I'm like genuinely invested in these situations because nigga, you can't even own a Kia no more because them little niggas gonna steal it. So go raise these motherfuckers so I can feel safe on the train. I can feel safe in my own neighborhood. Yeah. I don't gotta fucking look out my window around 3:00 to make sure it's okay to go outside. Like, I want to be able to enjoy my life. Right. Without a 13-year-old throwing a fucking brick at my head.
Yeah, because now this shit is so bad. To feel safe around like the young niggas, you gotta be dressing like Tony Yayo wearing Pooh Shiesties on Vlad interviews. You gotta be 50 years old dressing like you 16 just to feel safe out here.
That is funny though, to be a famous rapper with you cover your face, but you got a chain with your name on it. I understand the fashion aspect of it, but who are you actually hiding from?
Yeah, but it's it's tough because when you leave a child, you are raising now you're leading this child down like this hard road, damn near sending them to a path of destruction.
I just wanted them to get rid of the motherfucking cases at Walgreens. We stopped giving people fucking hard lives. I won't have to ring a bell for some goddamn deodorant.
No, but that shit does piss me off though. Like going to Target and I gotta ring the bell to get my detergent out.
It's disrespectful to me and the person working there.
It's disrespectful because they only do that shit to our aisles.
Yeah,
like you'll never see the dog treats. Or what do white people buy? Or
mustache wax.
Yeah, or the coffee pot filters. You'll never see them behind a glass. But you go to Target and try to get some olive oil.
Yeah, they got a combination lock on the Shea Moisture, but everything else that white people fuck with.
Yeah,
they just leave that shit open. Or here's what they do at fucking Walgreens and CVS. They have they store brand out. but they lock up the real brands, so they actually end up like selling more
Right.
like of their brand of like body wash or whatever the fuck.
Right.
It's a scheme,
Yeah.
and they got security at the door. So what is? I understand. I don't know what security is allowed to do and not allowed to do, but they can't just lock the door. I'm not saying choke somebody out over a fucking body wash, but
they can't.
But that's a kidnapping.
Yeah, they can't lock the door. They can't follow you out the store. I don't know how they. It's a certain way. Most that they could do really is just get your license plate and keep track of you, or when you come back.
I don't know. It's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's annoying to have to fucking. I want to actually buy shit, and just because you open the fucking case don't mean I'm not gonna walk out with this shit.
Right.
Because I might just walk out.
Right. Yeah.
And tell you to suck my dick. Because I went through a whole goddamn side quest trying to get some fucking shit from Walgreens.
I be thinking about that too. Like, they come and take it out the glass. Like, with the electronics, they at least take it to the register.
Yeah.
But the other stuff, they'll just like, and just take it to you. Like, no, I should just steal this shit. Just for the. Honestly, when it comes to self checkout though, I do feel like you should be allowed to steal a little bit, just because technically you are working. Like, when you ringing up stuff yourself, you're doing their job. So you really are on the clock. So you should get some kind of a employee discount. I'm not saying still too much, but like just some gummies or the beef jerky that's in that aisle. Just take something light for you.
Truth. Yeah. And also stealing in them stores, you got to be careful because certain security guards don't really know all the rules. Mm-hmm. If it's a nigga at the door, he not gonna put his hands on you about that shit unless he having a bad day and he don't give a fuck about getting fired. But 9 times out of 10, somebody that knows the rules ain't gonna put their hands on you. But if you steal and it's a Pakistani dude working security and he just got here a year ago, he ready to chop your fucking hand off about that shit. So you gotta look at who's there. Cause he's like, nah, they don't do that shit in my country. We will cut your fucking appendages right the fuck off. For this goddamn Old Spice.
You got you got an Indian nigga fucking you up for the deodorant.
It's like, well, you take it then. if it's that big a fucking deal, you use it.
Oh shit.
You take it out your hands and then just throw it in the trash. Matter of fact, you buy the deodorant, he'll beat you up because he's like, we don't do that shit. Don't bring that shit around me.
Shit.
Yeah, in Jersey City, you gotta go to a speakeasy to get some deodorant. They be setting up sting operations. Like, can I get some deodorant? Indian nigga come in, freeze. I'm not gonna have you pushing that poison in my community.
Man.
What the fuck was we? Hold up, because there was a larger point that we were trying to make, but we just devolved.
I have no clue.
Into all right, fuck it, move on.
You saw the situation with. Matter of fact, I'm gonna actually play this clip for you. But play this clip of Doechii, where she was talking about her biggest red flags. I believe she was on the show Hot Ones. Hot Ones.
Okay, what's my biggest dating red flag?
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one.
Like,
but that's
what
not
do you
what
mean
I put.
You don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. It's so crazy. I was going to say men.
Strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah. I was going to say, so technically.
So people were mad at that by her saying that straight men is a red flag.
This is why we got all these single mothers. She's just fucking around. She clearly just it's two, fucking giddy girls having a good time talking shit.
And as a red flag, I can't even be mad at that.
No, nigga. Like, first of all, the type of shit we say about women when it's just, you know, if you give me a chalkboard, I'm gonna write some insane shit. So let them have their fun.
Yeah, and I mean, she's a queer woman.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So
that's perfectly valid. First of all,
just because you might not want to bring, you know, the straight nigga into the queer spaces because you don't know like his level of comfortability in those areas. But then also too, right? I remember initially when I first saw this, and I was having a conversation with somebody about this clip, and I was like, yeah, did you hear what she said? And I was like, yeah, she said straight black men are a red flag. And then I had to catch myself. I was like, yo, she didn't even say that. I'm like, I'm adding that myself. I just added the whole black for no reason. I'm getting
that's just
and I think that's what it is in a lot of this discourse where I don't know. I'm sure this probably not even a topic of conversation amongst white people or other races. It's just an in-house conversation with black people, and her saying straight men trigger a lot of people because that turned into straight black men.
yeah. That's just our own insecurities and shit.
Yeah,
Just projecting. And we don't. What? First of all, if she queer, she might like bisexual niggas.
she might like bi niggas,
Which, you know,
she might like straight niggas that's into doing certain things.
I mean, that ain't a straight nigga then. So first of all, there's preferences. Second of all, there's no bigger threat on earth to a woman other than a straight man. I mean, you can't argue with that.
I mean, that's what this whole election was really just about.
Yeah, nobody tells you to put your keys in between your knuckles because of lesbians. It's because of us.
Yeah, outside of the whole like fear mongering of immigrants are taking over, it was also that we need to get rid of. I mean, before it was like we need to get rid of like gay people, but then it turned into like we got to get rid of trans people because it's an attack on the straight men.
Yeah,
basically.
It's just being a straight dude for all of goddamn this country's history has been something that just nobody was even questioning. It's like, yeah, I'm a dude. You know, it's just you're a dude. That's it. And then people start thinking, well, let's just contemplate the idea of being a man. And now everybody's like, oh, so you saying we not supposed to be men no more? It's just, whenever you have so much fucking of a normal existence, anybody even trying to take away a little bit of that or just question what's going on kind of feels like you're having something stripped away from you. I just hate seeing this because we be acting like white people when somebody say something bad about like black dudes. Like we not slapping bitches and pouring fucking alcohol on them in music videos and shit. Like, bro, we've done some damage.
Always go back to a nigga shot a girl in the foot, and people are listening to his album right now from jail.
Yeah,
that's insane. A nigga got convicted of shooting one of the biggest, you know, artists that we have at this time, and niggas is listening to him record over collect calls.
Yeah,
and niggas wasn't really supporting him like that before that.
Yeah, and not to mention, not on some xenophobic shit to say that the nigga Canadian, but we should always take a stand when somebody from outside of our community come in and start hurting women. You know, if a nigga from Baltimore come into Philly and start smacking women, we gotta send that nigga back. You can't just be like, oh, you know, I don't know what she said. It's just got to be. I mean, if anybody gonna slap her, it's gonna be a man from Philly. It's easier to address that because we know this nigga mom live right over there. We can go have a conversation. We can send him back where he came from.
Slap her.
Yeah, like this is what your son doing, but to have a nigga from Canada immigrate and then start hurting women, you just can't have that kind of shit. You know, so there's some layers to that. But if you listen to anything that I say, you understand why being a straight man is a red flag to this this queer, dark skinned black singer. You know, the most discriminated against group of people on earth, gay singers. But she has a fucking point. Yeah. Nobody's scared of gay dudes. I'm scared of gay dudes, but women aren't scared of gay dudes.
But, you know, I took it as that? Just a joke.
Yeah, she's like, I can't go in a parking lot, a parking garage by myself. LOL. Like the fact that she's even joking about that shit and not being dead serious. Like, yeah, I'm terrified of niggas being alone with a man. That's a real fear of mine. She's just joking. She laughing it off.
No, but I did hear somebody explain the whole. Have you heard of the whole bear versus a man theory?
Oh, where it's just, would you rather be alone in the woods with a bear or alone in the woods with a man?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is you alone in the woods?
No, I did hear somebody finally like explain that theory at a show not too long. Like somebody in the crowd was basically saying like, because you know the intent of the bear, so the bear, like the bear will attack you for sure. You don't know if the man is hiding other motives behind that.
Yeah, and obviously it's not perfect. There's holes in it, whatever. But I understand where they're coming from. People just don't want to listen. Niggas just don't. I gotta stop saying niggas when I mean just people in general. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying. Niggas just don't want to hear each other out.
I get you. No, nigga is definitely my favorite pronoun.
Yeah, and that's being in a place such as New York City, or a place where there's just a lot of queer people, and you want to interact with them in a way that they're comfortable with, and you don't want to offend them. Nigga is a great word for that. That nigga over there with the drink in that nigga hand, just you don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah, and if they thems, call them niggas.
Them niggas. Yeah. They them niggas. You see they them niggas over there?
Yeah, well, along the lines of Doechii saying that, did you also see? I want to play this clip of like Anthony Mackie, because he was talking about Anthony Mackie. He was on, I believe, the Pivot podcast, and he was just
podcast,
and he was talking about just how masculinity has taken a shift over the past decade or so.
Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. My boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like, your kids. And no, I don't give a. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Mm-hmm. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. Mm-hmm. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always, since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. Mm. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
All right. Now, that, I think nothing is wrong with teaching your kids manners. Yes, ma'am, no, sir, like all of that good stuff. But at the same time, it's like, nigga, if I got to be the protector of the house, why can't I have some Jordans?
I think it's funny that he thinks he's got a unique experience. I tell my kids, be respectful, open the door for a lady. Anthony Mackie's not my dad, so when a woman's behind me trying to walk in the door, I kick her in the pussy and tell her, wait your fucking turn, goddamn Jezebel. And she's like, ow, I wish Anthony Mackie raised you.
Where's Captain America when I need him?
Yeah. Are you gonna hold the door for me? No, I'm gonna punch you in the titty if you don't back the fuck up. Everybody's raised like this, nigga. Like the death of the American male. Don't know why hold doors open for a lady no more.
And
that's some nigga that's been in Hollywood for fucking
forever. Yeah.
That's some Hollywood ass shit. Every dude I know with a dad has been raised the exact same way.
And I don't think masculinity is being killed. One of the takes is that what's killing masculinity is like the media, right? They saying like they showing LGBT content, right? So that's a big part of it.
I like the L content. So, I'm not mad.
No, but with that, it's just because it's just representation.
Yeah.
It's legit just representation, where it's like, you know, these people are finally having the opportunities to have their story shown. Then along with the
That's one way to look at it. I think gay people are now allowed. They're now allowed to have their innermost secrets and thoughts be exploited for money. Because you see sex scenes and everything. You're like, why the fuck is there a sex scene in all these movies? Because sex sells.
Yeah.
So now you have gay sex in there because gay people buy shit now, and they're a market that we're allowed to sell to.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't even think about that. It sells, and also it triggers you. It sparks a conversation.
Yeah, and then you're like, wow, Disney is really standing up for our community. Let's give them millions of dollars a year.
Yeah. What we really need to look at is like, as far as masculinity, is like, we can't say America or like, you know, is being destroyed. We the men, we need to take a look at it. We the ones that's in control of like what masculinity looks like. The shift, I don't know what masculinity, how would you describe it for black men? Because I think it's kind of different. For white men, I say white men masculinity right now would be the podcasters, like Joe Rogan, UFC, you know, that would be that whole kind of thing, that whole scope of like white masculinity. But black masculinity, I'm really not sure our representation.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's something we need to figure out, because historically, and you know, you look at it right now, the example of masculinity that we have and we try to perpetuate is some shit we just picked up from white dudes during, you know, our time in this country. Yeah. But that don't mean it's inherently natural for us to be these paternalistic, overbearing assholes. Because that's really what it seems like. When white dudes try to take back their masculinity, they do that. So that's why you get the podcast or the you know, the manosphere. You get like that type of shit where people will say blatantly false shit,
like the red pill content.
Yeah, it's paternalistic, and I think we're guilty of it ourselves sometimes. But you just, you know, I know what's best, and even if I'm wrong, I'm the best motherfucker to be wrong.
And I think we do need to like reimagine what masculinity is and how we pass that along to the next generation.
It's a healthy conversation. Yeah,
because even like that, right? You know, him like telling the kids, you know, you the man of the house. You take care of your mom. Whereas like, I mean, it's easy for me to say because we don't have kids. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like just that pressure of like, damn, I gotta be the one that like, children are being forced to grow up. Where it's like, if you're here, why do I have to? Why do I have to like be put in a position of like I'm the protector and have my role as a child like kind of pushed away? Like I feel like the I don't know. I don't like that whole thing of like, you know, when I'm not here, you become the man of the house. Yeah, it don't sit right. Something about it feels weird. I don't know exactly what it is, if I'm being honest.
For me, it feels weird because it's like, why am I not looking at like teaching my partner to be able to take care of the house? Yeah, better yet, stop going to jail. And I won't have to take care of the house. You know, no, but if you stay the fuck out of jail, I don't gotta be the man of the house. Real shit, man. What the fuck? Again, I feel like the thing that bothers me about it is just obviously there has to be a man of the house, so it makes more sense for this 12-year-old boy to take care of shit than the literal adult woman. Yeah, that's walking around. Right. So that's a little bit weird, but I do understand. I'm not here to take care of your mother. Somebody has to do it. No, I get that. Yeah, I get that for sure. But it's also like, you know, the one I'm looking at more so, like you said, the one to control the house. It can't be this 13-year-old, 15-year-old child. It's this adult woman that might have to stop shit. You know, that's what happened during the war. I believe what was that, the World War II. Yeah, where it was like so many men went off the war, where like, you know, women got right to the factories and showed that they could be providers also. They showed that they don't even need us in some respect. So that was the problem. We overstated our importance Where it's like we need each other. You know, that's the thing that we got. It don't matter what your orientation is, man, woman, other. We all do need each other, but we like to pretend that somebody might need us more than they actually do, and then that just causes some kind of strife.
You know, when they come out with a rules that like give the proper estimates on cars, it's a wrap for us.
Yeah.
Like when they come out with like the sex toy that tell like the woman like that oil change isn't $500.
Yeah. As soon as they got a fucking dildo that open jars, we're fucked. Yeah. The clitoris stimulator with a pickle jar attachment. That's gonna spell the end of us.
And it extend. You rub it out, and it reach on top of the fridge.
Yo, a dildo with claws on the end, with the button. That actually, I'm gonna invent that. If anybody out there is listening to this and you know knows how to patent some stuff, let me know, because I would like to make a fucking utility dildo. I don't know. Do we sound like we being pussy right now? Are we pandering to the women?
No, I'm like,
because that's what niggas say. You're pandering to women.
No, I mean,
by not acting like you have all the goddamn answers. You're being a bitch.
I know. Like my parents split. My parents split when I was like 12. Nigga, I wasn't ready to take care of my mom.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, shit, I still ain't.
Also shit, bro. Your mom ever complained like these bills? Goddamn, mom, I don't know what to tell you, but
hey, I thought you had this shit figured out.
I'm like, I wish I could help you out with that, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
man, these motherfuckers want me to come in. I told them I'm sick. Damn, mom, damn. But this girl with a fat ass, I'll pay for her to take a day off work, but not my own mother. You ain't gotta go to work. Pull up. I'm saving a lot of money from not helping my mom.
Wait, did you see the original video of the track star?
Oh yeah, when she smacked the girl in the head with the baton.
And listen to her crying about this. This is
from the video. It does look purposeful, but I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose.
It's like, you want me to believe you are my eyes. But then what was fucked up, did you see the rally? Did you see the rally of people?
So what happened?
So, you know, it was about a couple dozen people that from her community that came to support her. Like, she spoke out at some conference, like a press conference, and she was speaking out, and everybody in the community just came together to support her.
Was this during work hours? Because who the fuck got time to go to a press conference for a child? It's not like she got fucking beat up by the police. Like, she hit somebody in the head with a baton. What are you going to a rally for?
Right.
We stand with you. That's why we here. We stand with you. We support you.
We support you.
The nigga, see, man, I want so much better for us, but this shit gotta stop. Let me play this.
And she like in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine you facing a suspension, and you have a rally. Like, that don't even, you get in a fight and now you had a rally and everybody in the neighborhood come, we support you. Stupid.
Thank y'all for supporting me. Because nobody else wanted to hear my story except for people that know me and people that know I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. I'm not even confrontational. I wouldn't even do that on purpose. And I thank y'all for believing in me. And
I know a few niggas that would never shoot somebody until they actually shot the nigga.
Yeah, this does nothing for me. I've done plenty of fucking things. I've smacked the fuck out of people that I didn't really have any problem with. And niggas just smacked me, and I'm like, I thought we was cool. So it's just it fucking.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, like damn, I might have deserved that. That's just what happens. You get frustrated. Sometimes you just fucking snap, and Yeah, her parents should have fucking nipped this in the bud. Hey, you don't want to think that you did this. No, you don't want to admit to this because you feel like, well, a bad person would do that, and I'm not a bad person. But for 5 seconds, you are a bad person.
Yeah.
Time to start doing some goddamn self-reflection.
And this is a group of adults that's like failing this young woman.
Yeah,
Because it's like this should just be the teachable time to like, just give a lesson about showing accountability.
yeah, and they could have made this like, yo, I know this was like, was it on TV when it happened?
I'm not sure.
They could have handled this behind closed doors.
Right.
But I think maybe she's gonna lose maybe a potential scholarship or something. So maybe they're trying to campaign for her future or some shit. But they could have handled this whole thing behind closed doors. Like, look, I don't want no cameras in front of my daughter's face. She made a mistake. Let's figure it out. That's easily how this could have went down. But it's much more fun to get some cameras out.
See, this is why niggas can't this is why we can't be taken seriously, man. The NAACP says that she's being wrongfully targeted.
They don't got no them niggas like Rachel Dolezal run amok for how long, and they want to try to no. I don't listen to the NAACP on shit. Ain't no more colored people left. Who the fuck? Who's colored anymore? They're all dead.
Yeah, it is about time that they changed the acronym. Yeah, come on, man. So it said she's a honor student and a star athlete at the school.
In Virginia. Well, she's facing criminal charges.
I mean,
which I get trying to get you fight for your kid, you know.
She's 18.
She's 18.
Yeah, she 18, and also like the girl that she hit had a concussion and I want to say a possible skull fracture. So I get that as a parent wanting to protect your child.
Yeah, but it just don't need to be public. But I think they're maybe appealing to the public so that they can, it'll be hard to get a jury if this was like a trial or some shit, or like sway public opinion so that it's hard for any legal action to come down on her. I get that, but there's a way to handle things, and
the NAACP chapter in her town said Alayla is in caps. Alayla is not an attacker, and headlines that allude towards that in any way are shameful.
But what happened? Nobody's saying what happened. They're just saying what didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nobody was like, well, she tripped and she swung her shoulder, elbow, and wrist with all her strength at the back of another kid's fucking head by accident.
Yeah.
She lost her balance. You know how you lose your balance and
just sock a nigga.
Yeah. You reach out for somebody with a closed fist. People just lie all the fucking time. Nobody wants to admit anything.
Hey, I'm wrong.
I fucked up. My bad.
All right. Before we get out of here, back as usual with another one. And I actually, when you selected this movie, it's funny because last time we recorded, we kind of talked about how we wanted to avoid the Philly scene.
Yeah, we made a little bit of a mistake here.
Yeah, and we stumbled right into it. And I actually know this director. So this week we watched on Tubi, we watched Our Girlfriend. And, it was directed by, I'm gonna try to give it an unbiased critique, an unbiased review. But at the same time, the director, this nigga work out. This nigga be in the gym. So, yeah, it's directed and written by Kyrie Terrell. I actually, what was actually dope about this is that I met Kyrie, I want to say back in like 2013, like when I was early in comedy. And I met him and he was in the process of putting together a YouTube series. So it was dope to see him go from putting together a YouTube series to now him putting out movies on Tubi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna say nothing about this. I don't know who was in this movie. I don't know who they know.
He's like the Issa Rae for niggas.
Yeah, and this movie, the fact that they started saying John in the movie, I started rooting for it immediately.
it was a few parts in this movie that I really fuck with. Like, so the whole plot of this movie is about it's a guy that is like they're at a party. So they start off at like, you know, a little house party, little get together, and one of the guys, he's there with his wife and their girlfriend.
Yeah.
They happen to be in a polygamous relationship. So it stirs the conversation amongst the women, like, how do you feel about this? And then like all the guys are saying like, yo man, you live in every man's dreams, which I don't really think that's because everybody talk about the pros of it, like you get to add a whole nother income to the situation, but
Three more holes.
but but along with that, the more holes, now I think of shit, I gotta make another person come.
More holes, more problems.
Yeah, I gotta like
Two people don't know what the fuck they want to eat. Like,
yeah, I gotta listen to another person complain about how this bitch was getting on her nerves at work.
yeah.
Whole time it was her fault too. Like that should be the worst.
Yeah.
When your girl be telling you a story and you be listening to it, and then like it finally ain't like, yo, I think she was wrong.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you say that? Of course they got mad at you, but it doesn't sound like something that I'm interested in.
Yeah,
About two wives.
2 wives, shit.
If I'm a Muslim, I would do the Muslim thing. I would have 9, but 2, you know,
Right.
9. There's no way they could expect anything from me because it's like y'all outnumber me by a lot. But 2, you know, two women is enough to still like depend on you for, you know, emotional support. So yeah, I don't think I could do that. I don't want to fucking. This one don't want sushi. She want sushi. She don't want fucking Italian. She want Italian. Like, that's a lot to deal with.
Yeah. And then they from Philly. You know how much money you gonna be spending on crab legs?
Yeah.
Like,
Fucking, you gonna have to put crab du jour on your Excel spreadsheet budgeting. It's just like you gonna have to. That's gonna be a whole other category. Crab, electric, Wi-Fi, water, gas. It sounds like a lot to deal with.
yeah, I gotta take double the pictures outside of Steak 48.
Damn. That's another thing too.
Niggas let them Steak 48 pics, man.
And you're not even gonna get to eat because they both gonna have to take a picture of their plates. So that's twice as long before you get to eat. All the food is out there. Your food gonna be fucking cold at every dinner. Yeah. There is not. I mean, if you, I think like that's a healthy conversation though. You know, to like if you like think you want to have another girl in your relationship and be like, hey, how would you feel about doing this? You know, I would suggest for some guys tape some phone books to you before you had that conversation, just in case. But
you see, well, before we go deeper into the movie, you see, Neo, he has like four girls. Like,
4?
Yeah, he got like 4 sister wives.
They basically just getting over on that nigga. Like that's 4 women that got nothing to worry about because he's paying for all the bills.
Right. This movie, I'm gonna actually play this first clip where they have this conversation about the whole polygamy thing. Wait, I'm gonna start right there because I love that part. Like, just the, feel what I'm saying? Like, just like I'm saying that as one word, I was like, oh, this about to be some real Philly shit. I like how like they were still so Philly and progressive, but even that conversation right there, like this hood nigga knowing where the beard is because he watching Lifetime movies. I was like, oh, okay, they did some research and like tried to actually spark some good conversation in this movie.
But that's how you can explain some like new age or some queer shit to Philly niggas. You gotta set it over some Music Soul Child in the background, and you gotta explain. Look, nigga, sometimes they like dick, sometimes they don't. And they're like, oh shit, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, and but it's funny because just the way they are having these conversations, where it's like they do these teachable moments in such a hood way.
Yeah,
because even when you know the guy that wants to like invite another partner into his relationship, Onyx, he has a conversation with his friend at work about it. Shit. Them Philly lesbians do be slinging their strap.
That is some real shit, man. Philadelphia is the place where you really will get your girl taken by another girl.
Yeah.
This is scary.
That look just like you.
Yeah.
Man.
Make you feel very unspecial.
See.
There's a whole other version of you out there with a vagina, and you think you the shit.
Right, and that shit not fair because her hairline don't recede.
Yeah, her hairline don't recede.
And her toes pretty.
Her toes is pretty.
But she look just like you.
She get to change her dick size at will. That's not fair.
That's what's really not fair.
That shit is not fair.
For real, we all had big dicks so we could buy them.
I feel like, instead of maybe if your daughter comes out as gay to you, you don't, try to convert her, you don't try to talk her out of it. What you do is, okay, spin this wheel, whatever number you land on, that's your dick size for life. Because that's how it is for us. It's random.
Yo, that's a great fucking idea.
You don't think I want to make my shit smaller sometimes?
You shouldn't be able to just get the 10-inch.
Yeah.
No, bitch. You stuck with this 4.
Yeah, and sometimes you gonna have to fucking tell other people, you gonna be sitting around with your girls. Yeah, I be giving up that 10, yeah. And then you gotta sit there and be like, yeah, my shit 3, man. I don't know. I wasn't blessed like y'all. That would breed a lot of humility. Cause it's not like it's still a fake dick. It still don't get tired.
Yeah. No, but because they Philly,
it never stinks if you wash it properly.
Because they from Philly, they don't spin the wheel. They play MASH. They write it on paper. Pull back the. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the one. That's one thing. That's the only thing that I feel like I would change about lesbians. Their confidence is just not real. You can't just change your dick size whenever you want. That's not fair. That shit is not fair, dude. You gotta stick with what God gave you. And if you get here's the deal: you can pick one and you can change the size to a bigger one, but it's gonna have to be a little bit limp and not work that well. Because that's what we got to deal with. If I get a surgery, that shit is gonna be a gummy worm.
Or you gotta buy the dick that got bumps on it.
Yeah, some of y'all shit should be 2 different colors. Some of y'all shit should have a fucking weird ass split in the middle. So somebody look at him like, what the fuck is that? Some of y'all get a third ball.
That shit ain't fair. Them lesbians, they get to pull out their dick. They never had nobody ask, what's that? You never had to explain. No, that shit, I was just scratching at that.
It's not fair.
So later in the movie, Onyx and Erica, they create a profile on the dating app because they're trying to get people to be like their potential third. They're trying to get people to join their relationship. So on the date while they're meeting potential people, they were just struggling, and I'm gonna play some of this conversation.
That shit not a joke to me.
No, but they picked the perfect person to ask that question. The chick with the chest tat and the piercing on her lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. They picked the right. All these actors did a great job in my opinion. And I'm not even just saying that because, I gotta go back to Philly soon.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing. She definitely from Southwest though. Nigga going up Southwest and meet a girl, he getting pegged.
No, but this one part right here, this might have been my favorite. Like, this might have been one of my favorite parts in the movie, where Onyx, he goes back to work and he's explaining to the lesbian homie the whole situation of, like, you know, they finally found somebody, so they decided to go with one of Erica's friends, Jennifer, that she knew from high school, and she ends up becoming their third. That was just so Philly right there. The you drawing followed up by not you hating. Yeah.
Oh, this movie, I like cultural. I like movies that's like you can't understand it if you've never seen it. It's like a Italian, like a fucking mafia movie where you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? The fuck is gabagool? Like I like that we got that.
Yeah. So if you looking for something to check out, this is definitely a good movie. I will say the only thing though, my only criticism, you know, and it kind of goes along with most Tubi movies, so I'm not even surprised. It's not a knock. Sometimes you gotta do something to keep like the people on Tubi, keep them interested. The sex scenes, the sex scenes were kind of long. I did have to like fast forward through them, cause you be watching them and it's just like, one, I'm watching them on a Sunday morning. So it's just like, it's not the right time for that, and I don't want to be watching them. Sometimes you be watching a movie and then you gotta go rub one out and then get back to the movie. And it's like, by the time I done did that, I done took 2 naps. Shit, a few rub out breaks could turn this. they could turn this into 3 hours easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this movie, man, it's a thriller. It's a good cast.
Yeah, we don't hear bitching. We're not gonna say anything fucking negative about this shit at all. And I don't even think nobody in this movie seemed like anybody I'd be scared of. But I don't know who was holding the microphones, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking a chance. I know, you know, because this like sometimes these movies, like I think these characters, like I think the people playing them like might actually be like that.
Oh,
It might be a fucking Philly light skinned thick John with no trigger discipline that sees us, and you know now I'm getting shot because you want to make jokes.
Yeah. No, but I will say, I think my I don't want to say love for Tyler Perry, but I have been like indulging in more Tyler Perry content.
So you gay now? You finally coming out the closet? I'm proud of you, man.
No, I just watched this show on Beauty and Black.
Yeah, that's real gay of you. And I don't say that pejoratively.
Bro, that show, Tyler Perry know how to keep you entertained, man. And I don't know if, like, I was telling people, I was like, yo, I don't know if the show is just as good. I don't know if the show is good, or I don't watch so many Tubi movies that, like, my mind is just...
Yeah, all right. On a serious note, when I watch a movie and there's no fucked up lines, like, I'm like, okay. The whole movie is one consistent sound.
Yeah.
But you don't gotta keep turning the fucking volume up and down.
But next week's movie, I think next week we're gonna watch, I think it's called Energy. Yeah, so next week we're gonna watch Energy. And we're gonna try to keep that, we're gonna try to update the Tubi list and try to figure out the right way how to, like, share the list with y'all.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure that out logistically.
Yeah, I gotta, like, get that together because I'm realizing how vital that shit is whenever I look through the Tubi catalog. Mm-hmm. There's no way to know what the fuck you're supposed to watch on this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you might fuck around and click something and it's just like you can't even hear what the fuck they're saying. So,
right.
You know.
So we trying to help y'all avoid that.
We gotta curate that, yeah.
And show y'all actually what's worth listening to. Well, like, we want to show y'all what's worth checking out. If y'all looking for something to check out, man, definitely check out Our Girlfriend. This is definitely, I was enjoyed. I mean, like, I enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, it was enjoyable for most of it. You know, I would say.
But next time, I gotta find some niggas I don't know.
Yeah, I would say
directed this.
Right, I would say the next movie cannot be from Philadelphia. We can't do any more Philadelphia movies because I couldn't tear into this. And I can't be like, damn, you know, the titties and the ad. Like this might be like somebody I know cousin, you know.
Bro, I remember. I'll never forget this shit. I remember this was like, I want to say this might have been like 2014. I'm playing in this, like, it was like a community dodgeball event, right? Where it was like just all these different brands in Philly. So it might have been like a hair salon, or it might have been a certain rec center or an art gallery. So we did a team, me and a few other comedians, we did a team for, you know, these two comedians, Reggie Conquest and another, you know, Jermaine? They used to run the show together.
The Salt and Pepper nigga?
Yeah. They used to run the show together. So we did a dodgeball team, like, for their brand, right? And while we were there, it was these women that were, they had a pole class, right? So they were there, like, you know, to promote their pole classes. And they had on, like, short outfits, but we playing dodgeball. And one of the comedians, he posted on his story, look at these hoes. And immediately somebody tagged them, and they came over and cursed us out.
That's hilarious. That's fucking funny as shit.
No.
Yeah,
and it was like, it was definitely deserved, because it's like, nigga, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's not.
Like,
that's not how you do it.
It's like, nigga, you could at least waited till you got home to do that. nigga did that while we standing right next to them.
Yeah. And whenever you in really anywhere where people know you, you supposed to post some shit that you at after you leave it, no matter what.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody feel like throwing a brick at you. It don't even got to be anything deep. It might just be, you could duck a brick. You know, you might not get hit by the brick. It's a bullet, you probably get shot. But like, if somebody just want to like throw a brick at you, you know, don't invite that kind of negativity in your life. Yeah. Shout out to Philadelphia. Shout out to this director. Please don't hurt me. Well, that's the Tubi movie. You got anything else? You know.
No, man. No, I don't have nothing else. Just just keep supporting us. Just keep supporting us along this journey. Like I said, if y'all have any recommendations for Tubi movies, any community events, any places you want to see us perform at, just keep engaging with us. You know, y'all got questions, no matter how serious or silly it is, send those questions. Sometimes I just don't answer like some of the freak questions just because, like,
freak questions.
Yeah, we like the serious ones. We love the silly ones. You know, we ain't trying to get too freaked out. We two niggas on couches right now.
Yeah, like
yeah, watching a Tubi movie, that's already enough.
Yeah, we watch them separately. It's like going to a strip club together. Like, I'm not going to get boners with my mans. I'm not doing that. That don't sound fun to me.
Shit, man, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back with y'all next week for another one. Yeah, so it's been a good one. I'm Anthony Moore.
I'm Asante Morris.
And we out of here.
Bye.